Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. My name is Cindy, and this will be for September 11th. I am recording this on the Thursday. And I'm telling you that because I, I'm not sure what insanity may ensue between now and tomorrow morning when you see this video, but given the last several days, you can assume and rest assured almost that something has. So, yeah, I guess this really was the week where lots of secrets were coming out. So you had not only Bill Barr doing the taking over that defamation case because I don't know, somehow Trump insulting people who accuse him of that was rape. Apparently, calling her nasty names is part of his function as a president. Alrighty, we're going to go with that. Okay. So there's that. There, of course, is the unbelievable. You know, it was bad enough with the liars and the losers. But now we've gone to, I know, it's deadly. No, it's not. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't know, honestly, how that translates into actual reality, into what the ramifications and the impact of the kind of information that literally has just come out in the last handful of days. What kind of an impact that's going to have. So let's take a look. Before I do that, I just would like to ask everybody who is watching this video, if you are so inclined, to just please take a moment and focus your attention on the West Coast fires. They're devastating. There has been loss of life. This, from what I can understand, this thing is just out of control. The skies are orange. So please take a moment. And what we're going to send is healing and protection. So protection for the people who are in the area, protection for the first responders, literally healing of that part of the land, allowing the fires to cool and things to settle and allowing new growth and regrowth of that space. So if you're so inclined, just take a moment, please. Thank you. And for all of my California viewers, subscribers, stay extra safe, take good care. Oh, Skittles apparently thinks that he's choking on something. He's not. Okay. Alrighty. I've been trying since before I started recording this, trying to formulate in my head the question, how I wanted to drill down the insanity into a question. And this may be the most sort of unusual question I probably ever asked Spirit. But I have to tell you, it's all I got. Come on down, because I do have a question. Okay, we're just going to give this a couple quick shuffles. Let's see that right in front of you. And one more. Okay. Here we go. Here's my question, believe it or not. Spirit, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? This country is coming apart. They have a leader who's out of control. Can we please gain some insight or some clarity? Those of you who were wondering, I pulled out my White Dragon Maid wand today to just give me some extra boost of energy and power and keep me protected. So that's what's sitting here in case it's sort of at the top of your screen and you can't quite figure out what that is. Okay, at the bottom of your screen. What is going on? Uh-oh. Okay. So for those of you who are regular viewers, you know that both the King of Pentacles and the Fool are my two cards that represent Trump. So what this is saying is that, just like, it's honestly, like many commentators are saying, that he was so arrogant, he believed his own press clippings to the point where he actually believed he could charm or outmaneuver or snow a reporter of the caliber of Bob Woodward. So that just goes to show you how, one, uninformed he is and how kind of stupid he is to not know that. But he really did think that he could just spin it all, so that he would end up looking amazing. And now, apparently, in 18 interviews, a lot of people who have had like a life in politics were saying, "Oh my God, like what kind of a president who, within months and in some cases like weeks, before an election." Gives the press, especially somebody that good, complete access and just chats away and tells him his story and what he thinks about things. And I understand this bombshell is only like the first excerpt. So gosh only knows. I'm not sure when that book is coming out. I'll have to find out. But okay, so the book, in case I'm rambling in, it's Fear. No, Fear was the first one by Bob Woodward. This one is Rage. And I got to tell you that behind the scenes, Trump is absolutely raging. His wish, his dream, is going to be denied him. His place in the government, as head of the government. The reality is that people are going to judge him and they're going to find him lacking. So it's really rare for me to read a star card sort of as if it was reversed, but that's what this is about. He cannot, he's not going to be able to survive this. There is so much scraping and fighting and yelling and screaming going on behind the scenes. And that's causing some rash responses. It's causing some responses that just don't make sense in anybody's reality. I wanted to underplay it as we're approaching 200,000 lost souls, because, I didn't want panic. Meanwhile, for 4 years now, Trump thrives on fear and panic and getting people upset and sort of just viscerally reacting. But no. When 6 million plus people have become sick with this, that is absolutely the thing that you want to play down, right? You just want to keep that quiet. Boy, oh boy, you don't want to give anybody a heads up. And then, of course, we have the whole, don't tell Donald Trump anything that's going to upset him. He doesn't want to hear about Russia, so just don't tell him what Russia's doing. Tell him what China's doing, because he doesn't like China. There's just a whole lot of squabbling going on. Okay, and this is the fear. This is honestly the fear. You know, I'm sure somewhere around the White House there must be an advanced copy or two of this book. But justifiably, correctly, his campaign, his closest advisors know that there's more stuff, there's more fertile information that's coming out of that book. And they honestly, they don't see how they can hold this together, how they can fix things as fast as they're going to start unfolding and coming up. And let's not forget, there's the whistleblower complaint, right? There's still the losers and suckers thing going on. There is now this whole, you know, I knew it was deadly, but I'm going to say it's not. There's just a lot going on. And not to mention all of the other stuff that's going on, right? The COVID disaster is still an absolute unprecedented disaster. You've got all kinds of turbulence going on, and more, the more turbulent things become, the more and more, unless you're absolutely just a rebel, the more people want things to calm down and settle down. So energetically, it's like, in some ways, it really does feel like the United States is in the middle of a coast to coast vicious thunderstorm where the strikes just keep happening. And everything just continues to be in a state sort of anxiety and stress. Because it's not only what's going on in Washington, right? It's about the fires. It's about the crazy weather that's been going on. It's about all kinds of stuff. It's about local issues and state issues and federal issues. There's just too much turbulence going on. And there really is the beginnings of the awareness that, oh my God, we're like 50 days away. And we have so much work to do, and the campaign is running out of cash, and so more secrets are going to come out. Why not? And that again is going to cause, you know, overreactions. There's just going to be continuing, constant secrets being revealed, stuff coming out. And again, you know, I've been talking about journalists for months and months and months and months. And that's where the information is getting out, and that's going to continue. He really doesn't have a lot of support for the sort of crazy that he spouts off, except with that small base of his. And the more he lies, I think the more determined journalists are to kind of correct the record or get the story or go deeper. And that's kind of what we're dealing with here. So more secrets coming out is going to continue to throw him in a spin. There's going to be outbursts. It's going to be all kinds of temper tantrums behind this behind closed doors. There's going to be pushback, right? But pushback that it's not coordinated. It doesn't make sense. And it's very interesting, right? That the losers and suckers thing. The losers and suckers whole thing, they pushed back on that really violently and really fast, and it was a really hard push, even though it was dead true and everybody knew it was dead true. But it's fascinating to me that so far, there really hasn't been this huge pushback that there should be about I knew it was I knew it was deadly in like February 7th or something. I don't know, again, why are not people screaming for his resignation? Again, it's not about making him resign in this moment because you have an election right around the corner. But what it is about bringing awareness, making noise, making sure this doesn't fade in the next news cycle. Because if we thought Donald Trump had the blood of those American fatalities on his hand, when we just thought he was stupid. What we know now is he has the blood of 200,000 American souls on his hand because he didn't want to upset the stock market. He didn't want to do anything that was going to make his campaign look bad. He just cared about what he cared about. And so he was going to keep it quiet because that was to his political advantage. And anybody who thinks otherwise, kind of give your head a shake, right? Okay. Yeah. It's just not good. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at now. Can I please, I'm just going to pull these back in, and I want to see if I can get some information on what on earth is going on, what can we be told, what should we brace for. Energetically, it's not good. Republicans, if they were scared before, they are flat terrified now because all of those people who believe Trump or at least mimicked him, all those people, all those governors, senators, Republicans, how do you fight back against a videotape where he says this is deadly, absolutely deadly, and it spreads so fast and there's not a way to control it? But we're going to keep it a secret. People don't need to know. Politics, what's next? Politics, what's next? Politics, what's next? Oh, before I forget, people have been asking for another pendulum session, and you can look forward to that. Probably next week we'll get it done. Wanted to stay on the bottom. Well, the celebrations card wanted to stay on the bottom, so that can't be necessarily a bad thing. Okay. Continue to anticipate some other significant and serious fireworks coming down the pike. The more they try to hide things, block things, twist things, pivot, the worse the binding is going to be around them, because they literally are in a place, in a position where they really, really, really have backed themselves into an absolute corner. And so as these explosions happen, you're going to see a lot of fear, a lot of panic coming from Republicans. You've got donors who are just, their heads are spinning. They don't even know what the heck. How are they supposed, I mean, literally, I keep hearing the word genocide, and I know, and don't come at me. And I know that what he did is not like a cleansing, of a race or a culture, but by God, it certainly looks to me like it was a cleansing of poor people, people who aren't healthy, people who are older and, costing money, veterans, and Black and brown people. I guess maybe somewhere in the back of some somebody's devious, twisted, demented mind, possibly Stephen Miller's. Maybe this was just seen as a way to sort of purge some of those more unsavory elements. Do you think somewhere down the line it actually might be viewed that way? Republicans are going, oh my God, look at the mess we're in. How do we get out of this? I think that for those of you who heard about the vision I had of McConnell with the 3 fingers of I'm calling it bourbon, I think now he's probably just bellied up to the bar and is standing there just straight from the bottle. How, and he put out that stupid skinny stimulus package that's a laugh and a joke and an insult. So I don't know how that's gonna all come together. Meanwhile, people are suffering and suffering. So more information is coming out. Information that is going to make people more defenseless or defensive. People make it, and I think there's going to be some more really, I don't even know what the word is, disgusting, ridiculous, negligent information coming out, I think, about COVID. Stuff that we still don't know yet. There he shows up again. And once again, as secrets come out, they're trying to get him to do something, anything, to save the party. Well, what a bunch of foolish Republicans. Did they not figure out by now that if you're not a Trumpian, a Trumpster, you aren't part of a party he cares about? So you're literally going to the arsonist and asking the arsonist to save, your room in the house or your house. But he doesn't care if he burns you down. In fact, that was his intention, because he's really busy, trying to build a future nest egg for himself. And that means playing with certain oligarchs, playing with certain dictators, and, trying to get in their good graces so that they, he thinks he's going to have an in with these people. These people are going to kick him to the curb so fast, he's not going to know what hit him. But so anticipate some more rash reactions. It's shiny balls. Look out for shiny balls coming down the pike. I have to tell you, in all of this energy, the guardrails are really going to be hard pressed to hold, but they're going to hold. They're going to be dinged and battered and bruised, but it looks like they're going to hold. The end is simply coming for him, and what he is discovering as he gets closer and closer to the election and the realities, he really realizes that he has lost so much support from places he really needed it. And as much as he may like Sean Hannity, who privately, of course, thinks he's an absolute fool, but Sean Hannity cannot win the election for Trump. And neither can that Laura, whatever her name is, with the voice that sounds like nails on a chalkboard. And whoever Colson, Tucker Carlson, him, they're not going to be able to win the election for him. Neither is Rush Limbaugh. He's still out there yakking away his insanity. So he's losing support where he really thought it was sewed up, and he foolishly thought it was sewed up. I mean, how can this man, who has done absolutely nothing for the VAs, as near as I can figure, how does he think that he has his vote locked in with them when not even, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, they found out that, oh, yeah, Trump didn't care that the Russians had bounty on their heads. Oh, sure, Trump. Yeah, and now they're losers and they're suckers and what's in it for them. Oh, yeah, you absolutely have solidified your vote with the veterans. So, he's just going to have some really rude awakenings coming down the pipe for him. He's not going to be able to recover. I guess I want to say it to you that way. There's going to be, and this is the thing, stuff is coming out in a really, it's coming out almost like a choreographed dance. You just are barely able to stop gasping over one thing and something even worse comes out and something even worse comes out. And so he is literally being, that foundation is just being gone. It's like a tree getting cut down with an axe, right? I mean, these aren't little dings that are happening to the foundation of his magical presidential ruler for life kingdom. So what I can tell you is I can tell you this, okay? So Spirit is saying, listen, there's going to be more information coming out. There's going to be more stuff that is upsetting. There's going to be more and more people who are not reacting in a really good way to the things they're hearing. And more stuff is going to continue to come out. And there's definitely an ending coming, which ultimately is going to, end up with people dancing in the street, people being happy. Are all of them going to be happy? No. But a lot of them are. A lot of them are going to be so grateful and so anxious, honestly anxious, to get Biden and Harris into the White House so that things can start getting corrected. I really hope that the people in states where, and I'm thinking of Kentucky, I'm thinking of, I hope I get this right, North Carolina. Places that are still sort of a toss-up states. I hope that the senators from those states and the representatives from those states really start getting hammered. Because you know what? You can't tell me that if Trump was not having a problem in the world telling Bob Woodward the thing was deadly, do we think he kept that a secret from Mitch McConnell? Do you think whatever dumb fool Republican governor out there who just willingly stepped back and let their people die, you think they didn't know the truth? He's telling Bob Woodward. Think about that. So support continues to be lost from the top and all the way down ballot. There's something going on with him, and I can't yet quite drill down on it, but there's this continual information. I mean, he's being like a baby behind the scenes. He's yakking and he won't be quiet, and he's repeating. It's like the mental, the actual verbal skills are really deteriorating. Because he's so stressed and he's so agitated and he is so angry. And of course, nobody could tell him that maybe she shouldn't be talking to Bob Woodward that much. But he thinks if somebody pays him a compliment, that they're, best buddies for life. But there's something going on. It's almost like he's waiting to hear about something. He has something that he's, this is sort of that waiting for my ship to come in card. But I don't think, could it be that he's really counting on Russia to pull him out? Yeah, he is. But this feels more like something he is he's either waiting for, he's dragging things out. I almost want to say he's actually starting to really seriously consider leaving the presidency, but this is again what I think. I don't think his ego, unless his numbers tank so bad in the next, I don't know, 20, 30 days, that he realizes that it really does look like he's going to lose this thing, he might step away then. I don't think his ego will let him. And, this is the thing. He doesn't realize right now, polls are opening. Right now, people are voting. And this is what they know. They know that the intelligence agencies had to hide stuff from Trump about Russia because it didn't make him look good and it got him upset. We now know beyond a shadow of a doubt what President Bone Spurs thinks of the military. And we now know that he willingly, with intent, kept life-saving information from the American people for his own selfish gain. Justice is coming for him. Okay? Hold on to that. Justice is coming. Listen, it's going to be a little bit more volatile for a while. I'm sorry. These are really hard times. I know it. But listen, this is the thing. Every time more information comes out, and in some ways it's like you just cannot imagine it could be any worse. And then tomorrow rolls around and wow, look how much worse it got. I want you to look at these things instead of looking at it like, how much more has he damaged? And I'm not minimizing the fact that he damaged and broke and destroyed and shattered a bunch of stuff. But where I want your focus to go is look at what a great job he's doing of sabotaging his own re-election. Look at the information that's coming out that may even ultimately sway his supporters, some of his supporters. And the timing is perfect, like I said, because people are starting to cast their ballots. And on that note, make sure that you have double checked your registration. Do whatever you can to have like a plan in place. Because man, oh man, day by day, it really is becoming more and more important that you guys vote, and not twice, but blue up and down that ticket. All right, listen, have a good weekend. Buckle up. And the positive energy circle for Sunday is to protect really powerful healing lights around the Biden-Harris team, and by extension their families, their campaigns, etc. So it's a really neat. I've never done sort of the picture that was given to me as one that I've not seen before. So for those of you who are into the positive energy circles, you can look forward to Sunday. I think it's a pretty cool session. Until next time, take care. Be well. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.